morning, it's January 10th, 2020. I'm Kimberly from the Fat Quarter Shop, and I have a fun live stream for you today. Lots of new stuff. I feel like January is just going to be like jam-packed with all kinds of new stuff because January is a month that we get a lot of fabric. So I'm just going to start because I have so much. I know you guys are going to have a lot of questions because I'm going to have a lot of stuff. So I am going to try to go fast but slow at the same time, if that makes any sense to you guys. So if you know anything about the Fat Quarter Shop, you know that we try to raise money for charity every year. We are, thankfully to you, at $9,055 for Make-A-Wish. We're trying to raise $50,000 this year with our free pattern that will be starting on February 1st. So for everybody that pre-ordered the Bloom-Topia quilt kit, I'm going to show you a little bit about it. Now, when you sew this free pattern, you don't have to use the kit, but we make it easy and make a kit for you if you're interested. If you pre-ordered that, your order will be shipping today if your credit card went through. So it comes in this beautiful box that Jocelyn designed. It has a little postcard with what your kit contains so that, you know, keep track of what's in there. These are your fat quarters and your binding. So your binding is on the back. This is your background for the entire thing. You get the full pattern ahead of everybody else inside a plastic bag. Since you bought the kit, you get that early. You get a triangles on a roll 3-inch size. And you also get this other little ruler, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it. This is a half rectangle trimmer, and it's going to help you make some of the blocks that are not a perfect triangle, like they're a different degree. They're not a 90 degree, they're not 90 degrees, they're a little bit off. So it just helps you make the block perfectly without having to think with your ruler.
45 degree.
45, I don't ever know. I'm a CPA, I don't know angles, but Lily does. That's what she said. So this is shipping today. So this is your kit. And the back is so pretty. That's the back of the quilt, actually. And then, let me put this right here. This is the backing set. So the backing set also comes in a pretty box with a little postcard. This is your backing set. Now the backing set is different this time because it has lots of fabrics, because your backing looks like this. It's got the 2020 on it. And it comes with a mouse pad and the backing pattern. So you get the backing pattern early also if you pre-order the kit. And we do have some in the store, so if you didn't pre-order, you can still get them. And then once they're gone, they're gone. That's kind of how that works every year is when we sell out, we can't make more. But we hope you join us. We would love for you to donate to Make-A-Wish. Our suggested donation is $5 per pattern. It's just suggested. Even if you can just give $5, that's fine. If you can give $100, that's fine. If you can give $60, that's fine. We're appreciative of anything and everything that you donate. And we do get questions on, do we donate based on the number of kits? Kevin and I like to simplify things in our life, and we're going to donate $10,000, even if we didn't raise $10,000, but we are going to raise it. We're going to give $10,000. Mark Dunn of Motive Fabrics is going to give $10,000. So that's how we do it. We don't say, okay, for every kit we do this. I mean, we would have to sit there and calculate stuff, and we're just going to give $10,000, and that is way more than we're making from the sale of the kits, I can tell you that. So that is that. Let me know if you guys have any questions on the Bloomtopia charity quilt along.
Mary Tobias says, I didn't get the Bloomtopia finishing kit. Will there be a pattern available so we can buy the fabric needed for finishing?
Yes, the fabric requirements will be going on the blog shortly, and you can buy your own fabric. It is fat quarter friendly, and that will all be on the blog.
All right. And then a few people were complimenting your blouse and asking if it's new, if it's old, where you got it from.
It's new. I got it from the Trunk Club, which is my little monthly box I get my clothes from because I'm antisocial and I don't go to the mall. And I have tea all over it. I'm not kidding. I got in the car at Starbucks and I was like, oh, tea. And I don't have any napkins in my car. And I was like, just ruined my shirt, but it's okay.
All right, and then Lori Holt says, good morning from another snowy day here in beautiful Utah.
Yay. Hi, Lori. When you come here, it won't be snowing. I can tell you that. So speaking of Lori, I wanted to go ahead and show you. Last week, I showed you my vintage block along quilt. I sent that to the quilter, and Lori sent us hers to show, and Skylar's going to help me hold it. It's huge. So this is Lori's version. Now this is a free pattern on her blog. Her blog is beinmybonnet.blogspot.com, and free, completely free pattern. Now at some point we will put this in a book, but for now it's free. And then we'll show the bottom. And so she used a different border. I used, and when I made mine, I did the background and the border match. She put a different print on her border. And then that's her backing. She used the Granny Chic little dolls, little girls. That's what she used. So this is her beautiful quilt, and I'm gonna do the same binding. She did it on the bias, and I'm scared to do that, but I'm gonna copy her like I always do and do the same. I wanted to do a different border. And I did.
This is huge.
Yeah, it's huge. Oops. So we're gonna fold it up and put it back on the quilt. On the couch, so it's so pretty, so we can see Lori's quilt the whole time. Thank you. So again, free pattern, and it just uses your scraps. You know, that's how Lori likes to do all of her quilts, is use your scraps. And I wanted to show you her newest fabric collection. So this is her 1 yard bundle. It weighs like 5 pounds. So this is her 1 yard bundle. Maybe it'll go home with me today. This is her new collection called Vintage Happy 2. And this is her fat quarter bundle. And then on the back, these are panels. So within the panels, you get multiple prints so that the collection can be larger. And of course, it all comes in roly-polies and 10-inch stackers. Come on, that is just cute. It matches my shirt too.
Mm-hmm.
This is my fancy. And then, of course, charm packs, half yard bundle.
Ooh.
And then we always do these with Lori's collections. We put together solid bundles to match the collections, and we actually keep them for quite a bit longer than even her collections last, because they sell so well. So these are solids that would match the Vintage Happy 2 collection. So yeah, it's fun when we do Lori's features, because then I'm like, I can decide what I want to take home, because I need to take some of it home. And then I had shown you this before. This is called My Happy Place, and this is her, it's canvas. It's a thinner canvas, but also with it in the collection, this is not canvas, this is just cotton. There's panels that make labels, and it has the little women on it. So you can get one of these, and that would probably be enough labels for all year. And you could put your name, the year, your city. So that is all of Lori's new stuff. Let me know if you have any questions on her new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to be coming to town the last week of January, and we're going to be doing a photo shoot with her brand new book, A Quilter's Cottage, that I've shown several times. And we'll be posting pictures on Instagram and all of that when she comes too.
When you said she's coming to town, my first thought was, Lori Holt is coming to town.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, we do have questions. People were wondering what the size of the quilt was, and if you could remind us the name of the pattern again.
The quilt is Vintage Block Along. It's on beinmybonnet.blogspot.com, and it's just called the Vintage Block Along. It went for all of 2019. So her very first post on this was January 1st, 2019. Her very last post was December 31st, 2019, and she has free instructions on her blog. And just like we did with Quilty Fun, that's a free pattern on her blog, but once we put it into a book, it will all come off of her blog. But for now, it's a free pattern, and she just used her fabrics, a mix of all the collections.
And did we say the size of it?
We'll have to look up the size. Okay. I don't off the top of my head know, but it's pretty big.
All right.
It's like 92 by 100 or something like that is my guess, but we'll look it up. I don't
All right. While we're looking it up, Anna Deal Davis, she gave me a very sweet comment, so I just want to say thank you, Anna. I really appreciate it. And then Annie Shaw was wondering if anyone else's screen is blurry. If your screen is blurry, make sure you double check that little gear icon on your video and make sure it's set to like the highest number. It should be something like 1080 or like full HD or something around those lines. And once you check that, the blurriness should go away.
Keep going down, Denise.
And
Keep going down the next page.
Oh, and then Gina Tell says, good morning. That new Lori fabric is so pretty in person. I love it.
I know I'm going to be sending you a lot of stuff with it because I have there's two free sew-alongs coming up. I'll tell you a little bit about them. I don't know all the specifics yet, but I'll tell you two free sew-alongs, and I'm going to pick between the two and do one for 2020. So Sherry McConnell of A Quilting Life, she just posted she's going to be doing a free block of the month throughout 2020, and so I'm going to use I'm going to use Vintage Happy 2 for either one of these. I don't know which. She posted her very first block this Monday, I think, and so I'm either going to do that, or Moda has a brand new Moda Blockheads 3, which I did Moda Blockheads 2 last year. That will be starting soon, so I'm going to do one of those two in Vintage Happy, and they're free. So you just have to like follow along on either Sherry's blog or Moda's blog, and I always like to follow along on the free stuff so that you guys know that you don't always, like when you come here to watch the live stream, you don't have to buy anything. I'm going to show you how you can find free stuff on the internet and use your existing stash. And I'm just going to pretend that I already had that in my stash because I have to sew with it.
All right. Virginia Moore says, this is the first live chat I've ever been on. Fun.
Yay!
Welcome. That's very exciting. If everyone wants to comment below if this is like your first time in the chat or if you're like a seasoned person in the chat, let us know. All right. And then Justine Woodward says, I just bought the book. Will you be getting any more Vintage Farm Girl 2 pre-cut bundles, fat quarters, or anything?
Okay, can you repeat you got the book.
Okay, she got the book. Will we be getting any more Vintage Farm Girl 2 pre-cut bundles, fat quarters, or anything like that?
Vintage Farm Girl. Okay, I think she means the collection. I think the name is slightly different, but I think she's referring to Lori's bundles. And yes, we have all of the SKUs except one, and it's supposed to come sometime in January or February. The second that SKU comes, we will be cutting more. I did make more Farm Girl Vintage Companion bundles this week. Farm Girl Vintage original ones, one of the SKUs, it's one of the orange SKUs, is sold out. The second that arrives, I will allocate it and it'll go online. But I think that's what she's talking about. If not, just comment below and I'll answer the correct answer. Because sometimes I do answer your questions and I answer them wrong. But, I will answer it again if I answered it wrong, if that's what you meant.
All right. And we do have a new YouTube member, Deirdre Powell. Welcome, Deirdre.
Thank you.
Very thankful for you. And then we have a super chat from Janin Swarthout for $4.99. She just put a little pear that's dancing around. It's very cute. I can show you after the live.
Piggy says thank you. Piggy is so this morning. Okay, so in Austin, I guess there's a tornado warning
yes,
tonight.
There is.
And then some hail warning not hail warning, but there's going to be hail and rain. And so this morning when I took him to his daycare, he was like, you could tell he could like feel the weather coming. He was snuggling.
All right.
Oh, and Lori's quilt is 74 by 92.
74 by 92.
And is that with the border?
That's what I'm looking at.
Oh yeah, it's not with the border.
That's
So
not,
that's
that's just-
without the border, and then if you add the border, it is 92 plus 9. 92 plus 8. What's that?
100?
Yeah, it's around that. It'll be 92 by 100, around
Yeah,
that.
90 and a half by 108 and a half.
90 and a half by 108 and a half. Sorry, I should have put that in my notes. When I do stuff, I usually put notes, and I didn't put notes. But today we're winging it, so.
All right. And then we do have another super chat from Pi Nigrin. It's 22 and okay. I don't know what currency that is, but that sounds like a lot. So thank you so much.
Thank you. I think that's Chinese money.
Oh, it might be. They say, hello, hope you are doing great. Keep on sewing. We appreciate your super chat so much. Thank you from
Thank you.
everyone. And even if you don't super chat, we love you all.
Yes, you don't have to pay anything. And like if you come here, I don't ever want you to feel like you have to buy something, you have to give us any money, anything. I just want to to me, it's fun. It motivates me to sew so that I can actually show you guys what I accomplish. And it's all just about doing a little bit each day. Like I have a whole quilt under here that I finished on Saturday. So you can just do a little bit each day and you can get there.
All right. And the last thing here before we move on, we have another new YouTube member, Janet Jones. Welcome, Janet. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so yesterday, Lily, Sarah, and Jocelyn and I drove to Waco. Lily drove my car because I don't like to drive.
Woo-hoo.
And so, and she drives really good, much better than me because I would have
thank
been
you.
speeding down that road. They would have been like, slow down.
Let's put a little.
Yeah, she did speed a little, but that's okay. I don't care. If she got a ticket, I probably would have paid it as well.
Oh my gosh.
So A Very Coriander Christmas is our brand new book by Corey Yoder. And so we did a photo shoot in Waco. I have lots of stories to tell about it. But first, we didn't know, what we do is when we do photo shoots, we book through Airbnb. We meaning not me, Jocelyn and Sarah. So basically, when you want to book a house, you have to first check time, and then you have to check, can you take photos in the house? So we went through house after house after house. I think it was 3 houses maybe, before we found this house that we could actually photo in. And it ended up being wonderful, and I'm nosy, and they had a little book on the table. And I'm really nosy, guys. Like, you don't ever want me to come to your house because I'll be siphoning through stuff. I was opening all the drawers. I'm not even kidding. I'm being serious. But there was a little book, and it said The Brick House. And I was like, the Brick House? Okay, I think they're trying to be funny. It's a rap song. I don't get it. But it's a brick house. It's a brick house outside. Like, it's brick. So I was like, okay, there's my 90s rap, thinking I'm funny. But then I started reading it, and the comments, because, I'm nosy, and it was on the Fixer Upper show. So that's where we did it. This is the cover. So this comes, before I show you, you can buy just the book, or you can buy the block of the month. But first, I'm going to show you the bonus quilt. And the bonus quilt, Terry from customer service made it. There we go. Get this. So Terry from customer service made it. It is 58 inches square. And this is not going to be a kit. This is just a bonus quilt in the book, using one of the blocks from the front. And of course, you could take any of the blocks from the front and fill it in to get this bonus layout. If you wanted to make this at, I think it's 27 fat quarters and 1 7/8 yard background. Yep, there is the backing. Terry made this. And so we got to photo that yesterday as I prick myself. And this collection is called A Very Coriander Christmas. No, it's not. It's called Holly Berry. The book is called A Very Coriander Christmas.
Very Holly Bear.
I don't
That's
know.
great.
You know me. Just making stuff up. So it's a super pretty quilt. I made this in December. So this one did take me a little bit longer than my normal quilts because I do like to go fast. So this one was a little bit challenging. So I would say this is an intermediate to advanced quilt. Yep, there's the back. And then we can actually show the back all the way because I put a little label. So I'm gonna actually do a video this year on how I sew these labels in.
Ooh.
And I noticed last night on Facebook that Sweetwater has 6 new options that I had no idea that you could get labels. So I picked 4 of them. So I have more labels coming, and I'm in their monthly club. And I don't get paid to say that. I just found it on a Facebook ad, and I was like, wait a minute, I didn't know. So I'm getting some more labels, but that's my label, and it just says my name. Sometimes they say the year, sometimes they don't. So that is going to be a block of the month that starts in the summer. It's going to be monthly, and if you sign up, you get the book the first month. Throughout the block of the month, you get the fabric to make the top and the binding, and the backing is separate. And if you're signing up for the block of the month, the book comes in it. If not, if you just want to make it with your own fabric, you just buy the book. And Corey Yoder is the designer.
All right. We got some questions. Teresa said, did I mishear that? Did she say 27 fat quarters?
For the bonus quilt, that's correct.
Okay.
Now you will have some leftover fabric, but that is making half square triangles, and you could use triangles on a roll also to do that. But you know, there's a lot of triangles in that square, and they're 18 inches square. So those blocks are really big, so it does take a lot of fabric to make that.
All right. People are saying they would love to see a video of how to sew in the label. And then Doris Moore was asking, are you coming to Utah?
Utah. I'm coming to the Festival of Quilts in September. And I come whenever we have a photo shoot with Lori. This is the first time she's coming to Texas for a photo shoot. But I think we will probably have a photo shoot there in the fall, because we always have new stuff with Lori. So at least twice this year. I usually come 2 or 3 times a year to Utah. Kevin wants to take the kids skiing for spring break. And I'm like, okay, because I'm not going to ski. I'm not going to do none of that. I'm going to be like, y'all go ski. I'm going to go to the spa. I'm not even going to go outside. I don't like snow. I don't like any of that. I'll go. But I'm not doing it. I said, I'll go with y'all as long, because, I mean, I actually would do it if I thought that I wouldn't break something. But I'm pretty clumsy. And I'm pretty goofy, and I'm pretty, like, ridiculous. Like, ridiculous. Like, I think I can do all these things, and I think I would probably, like, break a leg, and then what am I going to do? Like, I got stuff to do. I got to drive places. So, yeah. I just went on a tangent. I'm sorry.
You're good. Kayleen Rich was asking, did you use any paper like triangles on a roll?
Okay, so on that one, I'm not sure what Terry did, but I can speak for myself and say if I was making it, I absolutely would. I don't know the size off the top of my head on that, but we can ask Nova. Skylar, will you go ask Nova? Okay, we'll find out, and we will let you know what size roll you would need to get for that, because I did make the block when I did the cover quilt, but I don't remember.
All right. And then Karen Cox said Skylar has the art of has the showing the background to an art.
Oh,
you go,
the
Skylar.
backing, yes, because I forget, yes.
Yeah, he knows. He just does it. That's
yes.
great. Okay, and then we do have a couple of super chats. One from Zoe Ingram for $1.99. Thank you, Zoe.
Thank you.
And then we got another one from Pi Nygren, again for the 22 NOK, which they have informed us through their super chat that it's the Norwegian kroner, the currency in Norway.
Oh, awesome. I have like Norwegian ancestry.
Oh.
So I did the ancestry.com a couple of years ago, and I mean, I had no idea what race I was. I was like, I was thinking I would be a mix because I'm in Texas and like we're right by Mexico. But I knew like one side where I knew like the lineage on one side of my family completely. The other side, nobody really knew. I don't know why, but we just didn't know. So I was like, I've got to be a mix of, and it came back and it was like Europe. It was like Norway, Ireland, UK, white. And I was like, can I have a little bit something?
That's funny.
Because we joke in our family, because Emma can dance really well. Like hip hop is her thing. And so people joke. My best friend always is like, where did she get that? We're like, I don't know.
That's funny. And then Virginia Moore was asking, where are we located?
Okay, so we live all in Austin, Texas. We're in a little town called Buda, Texas. Buda.
Yes.
And we're online only, so you can't come shop. Sorry.
Yes. All right. And Annie Shaw had been asking, are there other designers' patterns of the canvas type fabric? This was back when we were talking about Lori's.
No. So the canvas Other substrates don't sell as well. And this is like, it's a very light canvas. But it's great for bags. I've seen so many bags on Facebook of this, like especially this print. It's so cute. And it goes with, I'm going to show this in a little bit, but these bags came and I about flipped out. They're so cute. So I already have all 3 of them. I'm just showing this one because it's like the same style, and you can see the sewing machine. It's like she used the same prints on the fabric as the bag. And then she has 2 other ones. Super cute, and they just came. So,
All right.
super, super cute. But yeah, Lori's the only one that has it right now. And it's perfect for bags, back of quilts, and I will put the fabric in the front too.
All right, and then Kathy Shute was asking, what was the name of the label panel again?
Okay, so the label panel is My Happy Place. No, it's not. It's My Happy Place
It's
panels.
My Happy Place multi-panel.
My Happy Place multi-panel. I'll show it to you again. It's really cute. The one that I like is the hold on. This is the one I like the best right here. The little, what do you call those things? It's like the little form. What do you call that, Lily? Like the dress form.
Yeah,
that. I like that one. Super, super, super cute.
All right. And then Tracy Holly was asking, a few people were asking about the label company you use.
Oh, the label company I use is Sweetwater. So it's sweetwaterco.com, I believe. And if it's not that, I would just Google Sweetwater labels and it will come up. And I'm in their monthly club and I was getting low, but I didn't know that they had added some where you could pick color you'd have to go look. There's different things. And I just saw it literally, I think it was like 10:15, and I was like, ooh, boom, boom, boom. So yeah, I'm super excited.
That's really funny. We just got like 10 people in the chat being like, it's a dress form.
Dress form, yeah. So the half square triangles and the bonus quilt finish at 2.25.
And I use the H225
H225 is the SKU number.
for the triangle.
Yeah, you want to throw it? This is what she used right here. So that's what Terry used, H225.
All right.
Practice on it.
And then Tracy Holly was asking, is the bonus quilt for Corey's
Yes.
Quilt Intermediate?
Yes, so, oh, sorry, what did you say? I'm sorry, I thought you were asking if it was in the book.
The bonus quilt, if it's intermediate.
Yeah, I would say it's intermediate.
Okay.
And I mean, with the triangles in a roll, it will really help you because then you're not having to sew and cut on the bias. It's all done for you. It's going to come out much more straight if you use the triangle paper. Now, the patterns are never written for triangle papers. You just kind of back into it. And if you need help with that at any time, you can just get on Kimberly's Stitch Squad on Facebook, and we can help you with all that. And we have some videos on how you use triangles on a roll and all of that. I use triangles on a roll all the time. And one thing that's really fun is I have them in a little bucket. I've shown you guys before. And so I asked Emma, because she was helping me organize over Christmas because she had nothing else to do. I was like, can you organize from small to large? What that meant to me was 1 inch, and I told her 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch. And that's how I had them organized. So I had a whole system for years. She organized it by the smallest roll, like the height. So now I have no idea where anything is, but I'm going to leave it because it's cute and she did it, and I'm just going to have to figure it out. But she didn't understand what I was saying. But then I was like, oh, it looks good how she did it. So whatever, I'll leave it.
All right. And then a few people were asking for Lori's labels. How do you write on it with what?
You would use a Pigma pen. Like a Pigma, you can get that at Michael's. We sell them. There's different tips, widths of the tips. So you would just use a Pigma permanent pen or any kind of permanent pen. I just wouldn't iron on it after you do it.
All right. And then before we move on, we do have another new YouTube member, Brenda S. Welcome, Brenda.
Thank you.
And then we got a super chat from Teresa Huber for $9.99. Thank you so much, Teresa.
Thank you.
Yes. And I heard a few people say that they can't hear Piggy barking. I did turn down his volume a little bit because I was concerned about all the puppies at home that were barking back at him. So I might turn it up next live stream.
Lily.
I had concerns.
Lily's worrying about that. Little doggies. You know, it's funny because if there's a dog, well, I don't really watch a lot of TV. I don't even need TVs. Like, TVs could just go away for me. I just play on my phone, but whenever I'm playing YouTube or something, Piggy doesn't bark if he hears it. He just, that's weird. Because, like, some dogs will really react.
Yeah, one of my dogs gets really riled up when he hears another animal on the TV, but he really likes watching TV with us, so.
I think my dog's too lazy. He's like, whatever, I'm the dog of this house. There's no other dog coming in here.
Like, I'm good.
Okay, so another thing that I got done. So in December, I got a lot done. So in December, I did the a very Coriander Christmas cover quilt. I finished up Vintage Block Along, and I made this. And this, I really, before I show you guys, I really like this quilt. There's something about this quilt that's different. I don't have a quilt. I tend to, and I might bore you guys with this, but I tend to make all my quilts, they all look the same. They all match my house. They're all aqua, pink, red. You know, they all have that same look. And this one really looks different. So I'm excited because it actually will look different, and I will have a quilt that looks different. So A Charming Baby is a brand new book that we're publishing for Melissa Corey. It has 10 baby quilts. And of course, we always do a sew along so that we can give you a free pattern to go with the book as like a bonus. So I sewed this over the last two or 3 weeks. It's called A Charming Baby Sew Along. The fabric requirements are now on our blog. I'm going to read them to you. You're going to use 5 charm packs, 5 3/4 yards backgrounds and border, 7/8 yard binding, and 5 1/4 yards pieced. And it's going to start April 7th and end May 12th. You will need the book so you can pre-order it if you're interested at Back Quarter Shop, and I'm going to show you the quilt and the back. It's not quilted yet. And let's see. Yeah, so this is one side. This is, yeah, the top. And so I really like it. I use the red and green version of At Home, which is coming out in the next couple of months, and that is Bonnie and Camille's, and it's Bonnie's colorway. So then the bottom, so the top row and the bottom row are the same. The second row and the fourth row are the same, and then the middle row is different. So we'll show you again. And I just, you know, just did it scrappy. There is a lot of background, and this is very easy. So this is a very beginner quilt. And I love it because it's red and green, and I don't own a red and green quilt. After all these years of quilting, it's the first red and green quilt I have. So super excited about that. And I'm gonna send that to Gina Tell, Thread Graffiti, today to quilt it. And I'm excited to tell her how I want to quilt it, but I'm also scared because it's my least, it's her, I don't think she likes when I ask for it because it's really hard. Okay, so this is the center. And you guys, oh, upside down. So this is the center, and you know, I always do these little piece backs. So this time, Sarah put it in the back of the quilt. So on our instructions, it's actually gonna tell you exactly how to get this block in there. And then what I did, do you wanna zoom in, Lily, right here? What I did, okay. So what I did is in one of the corners, I sewed in one of my Sweetwater labels. So that obviously won't be in the pattern, but I mean, you just stitch it into the fabric. Yay! Oh, sorry. So the book ships in March 2020, and again, Melissa Corey designed the book, everything in the book, and she designed the quilts and the backing that we just showed you. And I'm super excited that we wrote the instructions on how to get that block into the backing so that it's just part of your sew along. And that one was super easy. I would have had it done much quicker, but I ran out of charm packs. And if you want, like, if you're gonna sew this and you don't want to use a lot of backgrounds like I did, you would get 6 or 7 charm packs instead of 5.
All right. So while I wait for questions to come in about the Charming Baby Quilts book and quilt, we have some.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
We have some questions about the other stuff we've been talking about. Deidre Powell was asking, what is a Pigma pen?
Oh, a Pigma pen. Pigma is a brand of pen, and it's just a permanent pen, and they are used a lot in scrapbooking and that kind of thing. So I think that's where they kind of got popular. I could be wrong, but they're just and they have a fine tip. You can get like a really fine or medium. You know, you can pick the tip width, the width of the tip, so that you can get either a lot, you know, a fine writing or a fat, or, you know, it has some versatility. And there's different colors. I mean, we sell the black, but you can get different colors at Michael's and fancy pins.
All right. And then Sunshine Girl 74 said you could also embroider on the label.
Yes.
That was a great suggestion. Okay. And then Deborah Coatsworth was asking, is there a book we have to purchase for the Moda Blockheads 3?
So the Moda Blockheads 3, completely free. And I have not seen it, so I obviously haven't started, but it is going to be completely free. And what I read is on their blog and Facebook. Basically, all the information I'm giving you is all out there on Facebook or on Moda's blog. It is going to, last year what they did is they would put the free block on the Moda blog and the designer blog for Moda Blockheads too. This year they're going to put it only on designer's blog, and it's going to come out 8 a.m. on Fridays. And you have to remember that, like, some of their designers are in Germany, like Brigitte from Zen Chic. So, you know, some of the blogs might not launch exactly at 8 a.m., but it will be on Fridays, and it's starting in the next couple of weeks. I don't remember the exact date, but I'm either going to sew that or Sherry's, or, I mean, you know me, I might do both because I like to challenge myself. And I finished so much. Like, I even finished the spool quilt, the vintage pinwheels. So I have a lot of openings in my spot because, you know, I'm trying to avoid doing the Harry Potter quilt. So anything to fill up my space so I don't have to finish that one.
That's hilarious.
It's great. I was going to actually try to do a block before because I had some time, and then, yeah, I took a nap instead.
All right. I'm also seeing a lot of people who are either new to quilting or coming back to quilting and asking a lot of questions like, what's a charm pack? What's a layer cake? We actually have a beginner series made for everyone who's either new or trying to get back into it that you guys can check out, where we like break down a lot of new beginner things. So if we could link that in the comments below. And then Tracy Vasquez was asking, Lori's Vintage Block Quilt, for buying fabric, would you recommend a fat quarter bundle or maybe a half yard bundle or something different?
I used fat quarter bundles of several collections because I have, like, she's the only designer that I have a bucket for, and so everything is in this big bucket and I just pull from the bucket. I used Farm Girl Vintage companion prints. I used some of her 108-inch wide, and I pulled from B Basics, and I used B backgrounds, and I also added blossom backgrounds, blossom whites from Christopher Thompson. That's what I used. And I think she just used Farm Girl Vintage too. Farm Girl Vintage.
All right. And then Linda Gillespie said you need a ghost quilter to finish that Harry Potter quilt.
Ghost quilter. That's a good idea.
All right.
But then I would feel guilty because it is for my son, and he is the best behaved. I mean, sorry, but we all know it's all the joke. Like, we always tell the kids, like, if y'all could just act like Will for 2 minutes, everything would be good. But then, yeah. I know that's horrible to say, but, you know, he does behave.
Gina Tell also said, I love your crazy requests, LOL.
Oh, okay. Well, my crazy request is I want to do the hashtag that you did, that really tiny hashtag that you did on the quilt that I gave my sister-in-law for Christmas. Because when I gave it to her, I was like, I'm not going to have my hashtag quilt. Or, what is it called? Grid. The grid. That she knows.
Crosshatches?
It's like, I just wanted lines. Is that what it's called?
Crosshatch?
Yeah,
It
like
is a
just
crosshatch, okay.
straight lines, and then maybe on the diagonal. I don't know. It's harder. It's not like a pantograph, but when I gave the quilt away, I wasn't sad I was giving the quilt away. I was sad because I was like, oh, I love the quilting on that one. Anyway.
All right. And then last thing here, Linda Prather gave us a super chat for $2. Thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
It's much appreciated. Oh, look at Super Piggy go. He's so cute.
Yay. Okay, so last year, one of the other things that we did is we have a So Colorful Club in our shop where you get 15 fat quarters each month. Each month is color coded. So like January, you would get backgrounds, whites, creams. February, you would get pinks. Then you would get like greens, aquas, navies, browns, blacks throughout the whole year. And so last year we had a pattern that we sold that Coriander designed, and it was called Spools. So colorful spools, because it went with a So Colorful club. So we decided that everyone who's in the club, we want you to still be able to do that. So we came up with a So Colorful Stars pattern. Jocelyn designed it, and it's now online. It uses 2 5/8 yards background, 12 fat quarters, 36 fat eighths, and 3/4 yards binding. You can probably get by with slightly less. I don't want to give you the instructions, but this is how much you use. We give you a cutting guide. And this uses 2-inch triangle paper, H200 from Triangles on a Roll. And so Kate was super nice. I asked her to first do the block in one color. And this is the Kona 2020 color of the year.
Emerald
Mystical.
Green. No?
Yeah,
It's emerald green.
Enchanted, I think.
It's enchanted. Or
Okay.
something, it's not, yeah. We're going to look up the name, but we, Kate sewed this. So this is the block from the quilt. So of course, if you wanted to do this quilt in one color, it would be just as stunning as if you did it in scraps. So this is a green block, and this used the bundle from last year. Super pretty, and each block uses 3 different fabrics within it. But like I was saying, you could do it as a 2-color quilt also. And then this is another green one. And then on this one, she did different fabric on the outer corners just to show you if you wanted to do something a little fun in the corners, you can. And then this is the gray from last year. Kate likes really modern, so this looks just like Kate. And see how pretty it is? So she used the April 2019 bundle to make this. And actually, Denise made this. Sorry. I was giving credit to the wrong person.
And it's enchanted.
It's
And-
enchanted.
So the 2020 color of the year is enchanted. But and on that we have some free patterns where we show you on our blog those free patterns and how it would look in enchanted. This one was made by Angel, and this is the May bundle, the May So Colorful bundle. So we're just showing you lots of possibilities, and of course, if you wanted to do this pattern, you don't have to be in the club. It's just a pattern that we're selling, and it uses our triangle paper. And again, this is how it looks. It's one size. The question that we did get last week that I didn't answer because I didn't know that I couldn't remember the answer is we're not going to do a finishing. We're not going to do a finishing kit because I don't think it really needs it. Since the last year it was very you used a certain fabric that had a certain look, and this year it's just white. So you can just pick your favorite white for your backgrounds and sashing. There's no real reason to do a kit with just a background. It's not really needed. But let me know if you have any questions. Super cute. It's 60 by 78, and again, 2-inch finished triangle paper.
And how big are the blocks?
16 inches.
16-inch blocks. Okay. Let's see. We don't have questions on this at the moment, but Mary Tobias was asking for the log cabin scrap along, roughly how much light fabric will we need? Do we have that information?
So on that one, I'm actually on the light. I'm just using leftover lights from my quilts, and I'm doing a different light on every one. I'm going to make sure it's a white on white or a cream on cream, but I'm not buying backgrounds for that. I'm just using my leftovers, and I'm using 1.5-inch strips. So if you wanted to use the same background on all, I mean, you could start with 1 or 2 yards. I mean, maybe 3, but I'm using just a white on white from whatever I use. And if I don't have a white on white, I can just pull from, I save, that's one thing I do save is my white on whites. So I'm just using it from scraps. I'm not buying anything separate. And that's what I try to do each year on those scrappy quilts, is just use what you have. And it's just a way to show you, it's a way to get a bonus quilt without buying anything. Because I do feel like you don't always have to buy something to do something. I mean, if you know, like say you're on a budget this month and like you had to buy a new car, or you had to get new tires, or something happened in your life and you just, like, you had to get an implant in your tooth, or I mean, just whatever, like, things come up. Like, there are free things online, like the Moda Blockheads, like the Sherry McConnell's free block of the month, like Lori's vintage block along, where you can use your stash. And that's what I'm trying to do with my yearly quilt, is just use the leftovers so I get 2-in-1. And it is a great idea, and Jocelyn came up with it. Oh, and I have a funny story. I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so when we went to do the photo shoot yesterday, like, before we were leaving, I was like, Jocelyn, because when we came in the house, it's this tiny house, so we put all our stuff, like, on a rectangle in the hallway so that we would have all our stuff against the wall, so that we don't get in all the stuff we're gonna photo in, because it's a small house. Well, Jocelyn's bag had somehow got behind the door, and so I saw it when we were putting all the stuff in the car, and I was like, Jocelyn, don't forget your purse. And she was like, okay, I got it. And then when we left, I checked the house, Sarah checked the house, Lily checked the house, Jocelyn got the house. We drove all the way to Austin, and Jocelyn didn't have her keys, which means she didn't have her purse, which means her purse was in Waco. So she was like, I was like, I'll just drive you home, but I gotta go now. So I drove her home, because she lives very close to me. And her sweet husband drove all the way to Waco and got her purse for her. And I drove her to work this morning. So Jocelyn has her keys. Yay!
Woo! And confetti cannon for Jocelyn's husband.
Yes, Keen, yes. Oh my gosh. I mean, well, Jocelyn was like, oh, he's going to be so upset. I was like, oh, well, Kevin, he would have just laughed at me, but I guarantee he wouldn't have drove to Waco. He would have been like, get your butt in the car and go get your keys. I didn't do it. So, I mean, like, there's that. I know he would, I mean, Kevin loves me and everything, but he's not driving to no Waco to get my purse. But it's fine, because that's the thing about life. Like, it's all over. Like, everything's fixed. Move on. Good. But it's funny.
All right. These questions are about what we just showed. Candace Coaster says, can you do this without the paper? Does the pattern require the paper? The triangles on a roll.
The pattern requires the paper. It's written. The pattern is written for triangles on a roll paper.
Okay. And Barbara Baker says, how many rolls of triangle paper will we need to make the star quilt? Ooh,
one. And you would have lots left over after that. That would be plenty.
All right. And then Christine A. Vanneman had been asking, did you mention the size of the charming baby quilt that will be made during the quilt along?
Can you hand me that, Skylar? Sorry, my paper fell. Thanks. 66 by 88. Super cute. And so the way we do these free sew-alongs is we put this on the blog on the different dates, of course, and then it references the book, and it says go to page 10, you know, cut this many, and then you just follow. Yay! Okay, so I have been sewing so much, guys, that I might just like fall over from exhaustion. I'm not kidding. So I signed up last year from Fat Quarter Shop for the Halloween Figs block of the month, and that quilt is 66 by 72. And it is a pattern written by Joanna of Fig Tree Quilts, and I loved this collection called All Hallows Eve. And Moda decided to reprint it so we can reoffer the block of the month. So you can sign up now. It's June to May. And I'm going to show you the blocks that I've made so far as they fall on the floor. So I'm going to kind of do it this way. Can you zoom in here, Lily?
Yes.
So I'm just going to show you the blocks. I have made these over the last 2 months, and I would say this is probably intermediate, and I love, oh my gosh. And this quilt I'm going to love when it's done, because I do not have an orange quilt at all in my house. So these are just the blocks, and we kit it just like the pattern is written. This one was hard, I'm not gonna lie, and I did fussy cut this. Before I talk about the applique, I'll show you my little small blocks. There's a lot of small blocks. So I'm sewing along. I got the next package must have shipped this week, because I got mine this week. I got it yesterday. And on these blocks, this is applique. Both with these blocks took me 8 hours total, which is way too much time. I'm really slow at it. I used Lori Holt's interfacing. There's a video on the Fat Quarter Shop YouTube channel that shows you how you use it. I used a bias tape for here, and then I was looking at the block and I was like, that is like a lot of black in the center. So I thought, I'm gonna put a button. So I'm gonna put this button in the center once it's quilted. So that I don't forget that, I wonder clipped them onto the blocks so I won't forget, because I'm very forgetful. So I'm gonna do that, and that is something else I've been sewing, and I really, really love this design. It's beautiful. And so again, Joanna Figueroa is the designer, and I'm super excited to be sewing this, because this one's kind of fun because I'm just sewing it for myself. It's fun. It's not necessarily for work, because I didn't know they were gonna I didn't know they were gonna even reprint that. And that's available on Fat Quarter Shop.
All right. Question from Carleen Brigley: is the Bloomtopia finishing kit sold out?
No.
It should not be.
It's online.
All right. And then we have 2 new YouTube members. First one is Carol Kasubowski. Welcome, Carol.
Thank you.
And then another new YouTube member is Sunshine Girl 74. Welcome, Sunshine Girl.
Thank you.
And I did see a few people asking, they're like, did we ever get that blooper reel that we had mentioned?
Yes.
So YouTube members got the blooper reel early this week. It is being released to everyone over the weekend. But so for all those new YouTube members who just joined right now, you can go into our community tab and watch that blooper reel still before anyone else.
Another thing that we're doing is we have a brand new book from Aditya Sitar that we published. It's called Pillow Talk. Super, super cute book. And we're doing a pillow fight. And what it is, it's like a weekly competition, kind of like sports or something. And somebody wins a bracket.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like that. So this is my quilt, my pillow. And I'm competing against Aditya with her pillow. This is ... pattern from the book. And mine is One Step at a Time from the book. And I used her Delphina collection, and then she used just a lot of her scraps from all of her collections. And so you can go on the blog and vote for my pillow or for Aditya's pillow. And then each week there will be a winner. And then at the very end, the winner of each, anyway, it's like a bracket. And everybody, you just vote each week. It's going to be super fun. There are kits available for the pillows just as they're shown in the book. And then she also has this quilt over here that I wanted to show you, and it's using the same exact concept as her pillow, and it's the same exact template. She just turned it into a quilt, and it is beautiful. I mean, think of how beautiful that would be in a modern home. It won't even...
That's amazing.
Yeah. So pretty. It's such a, and she's so good with colors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we would love for you to come vote, and then we have different bloggers sewing along with us each week to do the little pillow fight.
Okay. Lori Holt said, "Yay, I'm so proud of you, Kimberly. Your applique blocks look beautiful."
Thank you. I know. I had to, yeah, I was like, I just wish they wouldn't take me so long.
All right. And if anyone's wondering if there's tutorials on the pillows, Aditya did do tutorials for us for them, and you can check those out on our channel.
So we are continuing with Farm Girl Vintage 2, which is Lori Holt's book, like her 5th or 6th book. And each week you make 2 blocks, and at the end you would have enough to make the cover quilt. And this is the Happy Horse block. And Teresa in customer service is making these for us. Super cute. And Lori has lots of stuff on her blog. This is the honeybee block. She's got lots of things on her blog that are bonuses to go with the book. And people are having so much fun having like all the changes and using all the bonus stuff that Lori has. And all the quilts are looking wonderful. And I love how everybody's using different fabrics because the quilts look completely different.
All right.
Oops.
Oh, and then could you show the back of the pillows, please?
Aditya's pillow.
Okay. So on the back of Aditya's, she used a t-shirt. This is a t-shirt, and these are buttons from the t-shirt. And so that's a t-shirt, and she cut the t-shirt down, put that on the back of her pillow, and the instructions for doing this are in the book, Pillow Talk. And then this is the back of mine. And the instructions on this are also on the blog. So this is just an envelope.
All right, and we're good to keep going.
Okay, so I'm going to show you some new stuff. These I showed you earlier because I couldn't wait. These are new bags from Lori. They're vintage zipper bags. So you can just search vintage zipper. Super cute, and I'm going to have like 10 of these. Last week, we had talked about the Pantone color of the year, and we do have the bundles in stock now. And so each year when Pantone Association or whoever picks Pantone color comes out with Pantone year, we pick fabrics that we have in stock to make a bundle. So this is our Pantone bundle. It's now in stock. I wanted to show you the very first quilts from our AGF club.
Ooh.
So on Kimberly Stitch Squad, on a Saturday, some of you guys asked for an AGF club, and we decided that we would do it quarterly instead of monthly. So Crystal designed this, and this is the very first shipment of that. And I'll show you, I'll talk through, oh, show the back. So I will talk through the club a little bit. So the club, each time you get the club, it's similar to the way we have the Cave Club and the Ruby Star Society Club. You would get 16 fat quarters that look like this. You get the free pattern to go with the fat quarters. You would just have to add any background, binding, backing, and it's just a new club, so I just wanted to show you guys. If you sign up now, you would get the next club shipment because this is already shipped. We do have a couple of leftovers, not many, but some leftovers of this. So if you're interested, you would search January 2020 AGF Quarterly Club. And most of the time, we will not have extras left over. We only made some in case some of you watching wanted it because we're showing it after the club shipped instead of before the club shipped. And of course, inside the pattern, full color instructions.
All right, and sorry, Jane Styles was asking, what does Pantone mean?
So Pantone is, can you explain it? It's like a color of the, okay, so there's like, there's an association, I don't know who, and they pick a color of the year, and they're like, it's like the trending color. Like this color will trend in fashion, in, it's like a color that's going to trend in home, fashion, that kind of thing. So they pick it and they predict that that color is going to be trending color throughout that year or upcoming, that kind of thing. Maybe I will look at the history of that and tell you next week because right now I don't know and I don't want to lie and tell you I do. But it is like a trend. I know it is supposed to be like a trending color, but like Pantone is like a color.
And what does AGF stand for?
Art Gallery Fabrics.
Yes. Okay, and then we got another super chat from Pi Nygren for the 22 and okay. They say now it's 5 p.m. in Norway.
Yay! Thank you.
Thank you, Pi.
Okay, so we looked it up, and I'm going to read it to you straight from Google. It says American Color Company Pantone. Bless you. American Color Company Pantone has chosen Universal Favorite as its color. Oh, its Universal Favorite Classic Blue or Pantone 19-4052 as its color of the year for 2020. Announced around December 4th, the classic blue color is described by Pantone as a reassuring presence, instilling calm, confidence, and connection. So there's and each year they have a color.
All right. And then funny comment from Renee Bird. I think I have an issue. Almost everything you have shown, I've already bought or have ordered or have pre-ordered. FQS really has all my favorites.
Oh.
Go Renee Bird.
Thank
yes.
you.
Okay. And then Susan Glenn had mentioned we're almost at 200,000 subscribers.
We are, yes. Subscribe.
Yes. If you have not subscribed, we produce a lot of content for you guys that's very helpful. Lots of tutorials, these weekly live streams.
Lots of free stuff.
Lots of free stuff. So if you subscribe, you can get notifications every time we post something, stay in the know. Okay.
And okay, so we have some more new stuff, and I still have a ton more. So this is Honey Crisp. It is, I'm going to take this and let you hold it.
Okay.
So I don't poke. This is an It's So Emma quilt kit and pattern. The collection is Bramble Cottage by Brenda Riddle. Sarah designed it, Angel sewed it, and Mike from mylongarm.com quilted it. Very cute, easy baby quilt, and you can see on the other side, let's see, it uses 4 fat quarters. Who doesn't have 4 fat quarters? So you could just add some background and whip up a cute baby quilt or turn it into a larger quilt. Super easy, super beginner. We make jolly bars at Fat Quarter Shop, and a jolly bar is a 5 by 10 inch cut exclusive to us. So it is double a charm pack, but half a layer cake. And every time you get a jolly bar, if you look on the back, a pattern comes with it. Every time. It's always a different pattern. And this is our Summer Sweet pattern. It's a jolly bar quilt, obviously. Crystal designed it, Sue stitched it, and Mike of My Long Arm Quilt quilted it. Super, I really like this one, this pattern. And we do have a Jolly Bar 2 book coming out soon. This one is also It's So Emma, and this is Night Sky. In this pattern, there are crib, lap, and queen instructions. And you can see you make the same, basically you have the same number of half square triangles and flying geese in here as in here. It's a different placement. So you make all the blocks the same until you assemble the blocks, and then you've got one block that looks like this and another block that looks like this. And let's see, it is Indigo Gatherings by Primitive Gatherings. Crystal designed it, Terry made it, and Mike quilted it. Yay! So there's something super traditional for all of you guys who, so we always have something, like we have like modern, traditional in the middle. We also have, oh my gosh, I love this. This is a brand new seam roller by Lori Holt. It's used for, you can use it when you are doing your log cabin blocks, and I don't know why I forgot to tell you that last week. So you don't have to go to the iron every time, but it is a flat roller. And it is super cute, brand new. And we're gonna do a video when Lori comes on how she uses it and on how I use it. But it's just like it's basically, if you're like at a retreat especially, and you don't want to get up and iron all the time, it's a way to, you could also press your seams open before you put the iron on it. But you can do it like finger pressing basically. So let me know if you have any questions on the what's new before I show you one of my last things.
Okay. No, we don't have any questions about all the stuff yet. There is a shout out from Bonita Nance that she wanted to give to Kathy Souza. She said her customer service is phenomenal and she takes great care to answer any questions she has about subscriptions.
Thank you. Yes, we'll let Kathy know. She's amazing. She's worked for us for lots and lots and lots of years, probably 6 or 7, long time. So we are also working on a new book for Bonnie and Camille. So if you followed them on Instagram or Facebook, you would have seen this. We are coming out with a book around September 2020. It will be online to pre-sale in April. So this is a while out. You can't order anything, but what Camille is asking, and all of the information for this is on her social media. she's asking for customers to use, of course, it has to be all Bonnie and Camille fabric, these little units, and then she's going to take the units, she's going to put them into a big quilt that goes in this book, and anybody who sits it in, she wants you to pin to the back your name, your city, and then she's going to sew it all into a quilt, and then your name will go in the book. So, and the book is going to be called Spelling Bee. But you can't pre-order it. There's the information. So, but you cannot pre-order it yet. We're just looking for you guys to send the units in, and to use her fabric. And I think she's going to get so many of these because I have seen so many people make them, and a lot of people are making more than one because they're so easy to make. So that's super fun, because then it's kind of like Sweetwater, where they let you put your name and then they print your name on fabric. It's like you get to be a part of the book. So and I can't wait to see how the quilt looks. It's going to be amazing. I need to make some and send them to her so my name can be in the book. So let me know. I have a lot of stuff today. Next week we will be having our live stream on Tuesday morning. It will be with Tula Pink. So make sure. Sorry. Next Wednesday will be our live stream with Tula Pink. And so next week we will not have a live stream on Friday. It will be only on Wednesday. So let me know if you have any questions before we're going to have a little segment. So first, tell me if you have any questions about all this stuff before we move on.
All right, right now we have a question from Denise Marie. Will there be geese on a roll, please?
We're working on redesigning that. The current design we're not perfectly happy with. That would be sometime in the summer.
All right, and I am seeing questions about things that we've talked about during the live stream, like Lori's quilt and the pillow talk pillows. You can at any time during the live stream rewind it to go back, or of course watch it after the fact, since we showed those things. And if you could just clarify, Doris Moore was asking, the mini blocks are what?
Bonnie and Camille are going to have a new book coming out later this year, and we're publishing it with It's So Emma, and on Camille and Bonnie's social media they have instructions on how to make this unit, and they're looking, if you're interested, for you, if you have Bonnie and Camille fabric at home, to make this unit and mail it in to Camille. All the information is on their social media, and your name will go in the book, and your little piece will go in the quilt that is shown in the book. It's a fun way to, this is a community. It's a quilting community. It's a way to include all of you into that community.
All right, and then just to clarify, a few people were wondering, what time is the live stream next week, and will there be floss tube next week?
So next week's floss tube, which is Fat Quarter Shop floss tube, please subscribe if you haven't already. That one will be on Tuesday. Our Fat Quarter Shop quilting, which is this channel, will be next Wednesday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Same time, different day, Tula Pink.
All right. And then we have a new YouTube member, Sarah Case. Welcome, Sarah.
Yay. Woo-hoo. Thank you. So we had, last week I had shown the brand new Moda charger. It's a phone charging station. And we had a lot of questions come in on email, the chat we have on our site. And I am not tech savvy, so I'm going to let Lily have a little segment. She's going to show you how you can use the Moda charger, and then she's going to talk a little bit. There's been some confusion with YouTube on some pricing. So she's going to go over all of that, and I will be back to do more. But here comes Lily.
Woo-hoo.
Yay, Lily.
All right, guys. So, and feel free to continue asking questions. I do have my phone on me to see all your questions. Okay, so this is the Moda portable charger. It is a wireless or pluggable charger. Basically the way it works is in the package you get this little guy and this little white cable right here, and then it's got a plug, it's hard to see from here, but it's got a little plug right here where the little white cable plugs in. And if you have one of those like charging cubes, like from your like Apple phones, you can just plug this right into it, charge it up. As you're charging it, there's little lights that will start blinking down here, little blue lights. And once it's charged up, it'll reach like the fourth blue light. And then you guys saw right there's a button right here to turn it on so that you can charge your devices. So to turn it on, you just punch it once, it turns on. I don't know, can you see that, Denise?
No, do you want me to zoom in?
Sure, zoom in just a little bit because I can hold it up. All right, there we go. So see, there's like 4 little blue lights. And then once you turn it on, a red light starts blinking. That means it's working. So once it's plugged in and working, I'm gonna unplug this guy. You would grab, if you have like a cord to charge your phone, you would grab the cord. I have a Google Pixel 3, so here's my charging cable. Plug it into your phone, and then this guy has a USB cable, so it can take any phone that charges with USB. And now my phone's charging. Doo-doo. The other way you can do this is if you have a device that charges wirelessly, which my Google Pixel 3 does. Instead of having it like this way up, where the logo is up on your table or any surface, you would flip it over to the little like side with the lightning bolt, and just place it on top. And my Google Pixel is very picky with mobile or wireless charging, but oh, there it is. It just got it. And you just let it sit there and charge up, and that's how this works. And let me see if we have any questions about that.
People love your skirt.
Yeah, they love your
thank
skirt,
you.
and they're asking what the power specs are on the battery pack. But you don't need you don't need batteries. It is a battery.
Yeah,
So you don't buy a battery to put in it.
Yeah, so
It is the battery.
It's the battery. I don't know the exact voltage it puts out. I do know that when you plug it in, like with this USB thing to charge, when you try to plug it into like a computer to charge, not all computer ports have enough voltage to charge it. So that's why I recommend plugging it into like an Apple cube, or like any cube that takes like, it's a USB on the other side, so any cube that takes USB and it plugs up like really fast.
And it says, does it have enough, I can do the questions a little.
Oh yeah, cool.
Does it have enough juice to fully charge the phone? And
Yes.
It does. And there's another question, does it, give that to Lily.
Oh, okay.
They want to know if you can charge an iPhone on it. So Lily's
Yes.
going to see, because I don't know the answer. I think the answer is no.
You can charge an iPhone.
It's green. I don't know. It looks green. Look underneath it.
Can you chart, like, is the watch?
See, right there, right there. See, I see the green. Right there.
Oh no, that's just because
But
it's in
that's-
motion,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I don't think it works on your watches. It does work on an iPhone. We tested it on iPhones. So yeah, it's if your phone can do wireless charging. It didn't seem to take with the watch.
Do you have the box?
The box? Oh, it's on my desk. Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna grab the box right now.
Yes.
Carmen is saying she wants to know the voltage and the hour. So we're grabbing the box
Okay. Yes.
so that we can try to figure that out. And they're asking, is it a power bank?
Yes, it is a power bank. So a power bank is like a little portable battery, and that's what this is.
And then people are asking what that quilt is that you're sitting on.
This is Lori Holt's quilt.
It's called Vintage Block Along. It's
Vintage Block
free
Along.
on Lori Holt's blog, which is beinmybonnet.blogspot.com.
Thank you. I really wanted to call it Vintage Happy too, and I'm like, it's all together of everything she does. It's a beautiful quilt. It's very soft.
And it says, how many devices can you charge at one time?
One at a time.
Do you sew your clothing?
Some of it, this skirt I actually thrifted. It was like this pink color, and then I bleached it and dyed it, and then like with fabric paint just did the little dots everywhere. So this is what the packaging looks like when you get it. And like there's a little circle in there because that's where you can see this little guy when it's in there. And it doesn't come with like an insert with instructions. All the instructions are on the back. So it tells you how it operates. And it does have a list of QI devices, which is the devices that can charge wirelessly that it is enabled with. It says iPhone 8, 8 Plus, X, XR, XS, XS Max. most of the Samsung Galaxies, and it says "and more." So like I said, my Pixel works with it, and my Pixel's just like finicky about wireless charging as it is. So if you found that you can do it with your phone on other wireless charging stations, then it should work with this.
Okay, and it doesn't say voltage or anything on the box. We just know it works. I mean, I've been using it. It's super easy to use. I just didn't know if I could explain it.
Yeah, I don't know how many hours it goes for, but it did fully charge my phone when I left it on there.
So we have 2 more questions about the website until you go on to the Apple stuff.
Okay.
Is there an easier way to find your videos? Do you link them?
Yes.
Do you link them on your Facebook site?
Okay, so the easiest way, I think, to find our videos is on YouTube. YouTube's like our main hub for videos. The only videos we put out on Facebook are these live streams for you guys to kind of keep you guys in the know of everything that's going on here and that's new. But if you go to our YouTube channel, you can just search Fat Quarter Shop on YouTube. We can also link it below for you guys on Facebook. And on there, it's all the videos like we've ever done. Like there's I think over 1,000 videos at this point, full of like tutorials, our live streams, and then we've arranged it into different playlists. Yeah. So let's say you're like, oh, I just want to watch the beginner series. There's a playlist for beginner series, and it's all in order, so then you can just like go down the list and watch all the videos in order for that. There's playlists for like our shortcut quilts. There's playlists for a lot of things. So a playlist is like a little like chapters, like putting in an order all together so that it stays.
Someone is asking if you can recharge your Halo Go lamp.
Oh yes, I'm getting a nod from Kimberly. Yes,
it does.
You can.
And it says, does it have to be charged itself?
Oh, this thing.
Yes.
So you have to charge this first at home. Make sure it is fully loaded up, and then take it on the go. It will work if it doesn't have like full battery, obviously. But I would say if you want to have it be very reliable, charge it up all the way, and it'll last for a long time. I feel like I read something about 8 hours somewhere, but I could just be throwing a number out there.
They're asking how much it cost, and so we'll link it.
Yes, link.
And you can just go to the site and look. And then someone wants to know what is Super Chat, and she feels like a dork, and don't feel like it because I don't know anything like that, and I actually watch one guy at night, and I have not successfully given him a Super Chat because I fumble around with it, and Lily's not in my bed at night when he comes on, and I haven't figured out how to do it. So don't feel like a dork. Not everybody is young or tech savvy.
Yes. So that's why I'm here, to help you guys out with that. So a super chat is a thing we do on YouTube. I like to call it a virtual tip jar, because through our super chat and our YouTube memberships is kind of where we get funding for all of the video things we do. You know, to produce these live streams, it takes a lot of like manpower and like hardware power, like cameras, power cables, extra software upgrades for the computer to be able to produce these things for you guys. So a super chat, like I said, is a virtual tip jar. You can only do it on YouTube, and it's basically, you can just say like, I want to give you guys $2 because I think you guys are doing a great job, or I want to have my comments stand out. There's I think over 1,400 of you guys watching between Facebook and YouTube right now. So there's a lot of comments that we're seeing, and we can't get to everyone's question or comment. So if there's a comment that you're like, oh, I really want Lily to tell Kimberly this, or I really need this question asked on live stream, if you do a super chat, I see it immediately, and then I'll know that it's very important to you to get it answered. So it just helps us on that end as well. But yeah, that's what a super chat is.
And don't feel like you ever have to give us money.
Yes,
this is a completely free video. Yes. You do not have to. We can do all these videos with no super chats. Do not ever feel like you're obligated to do anything. How do you find your YouTube playlist?
Oh, okay. So if you go to our YouTube channel, which we can link, once you click that link on there, there's different little tabs. Let me look on my phone actually, because it's easier to explain it that way. Fat Quarter Shop. It's like, you guys are live. Yes, we are. Okay, so that's kind of hard to see from far away, but they'll basically be like little tabs up top. You'll have like home, then videos, then playlists. So if you just click on playlists, you'll see all our playlists there. So we have like a playlist for our live streams, one for our floss tube, one for So Sampler videos, one for our Summer Moon series that we did with Carrie Nelson, beginner series, all of our HEF videos. There's also series where we've like tried to put all the videos together that we have of a certain topic, like how to use triangles on a roll. There's a playlist for that. All of our free patterns are in another playlist if you're ever just like, oh, I want a free pattern that I can just start working on right now. They're all in there. We have a lot of them. There's paper piecing tutorials if you're like, oh, I just want to see all the paper piecing tutorials Fat Quarter Shop has. They're there. There's like a bags playlist that has like bags and totes and zippers that go on bags. There's a lot of playlists, you guys, just because we cover so many topics on here that we want you guys to be able to watch them all in one area. Yes.
And then we have a question. So once you're a member for YouTube,
Yes.
is there a quick way to get where you want?
Yes, so we can post this link below as well. But if you're already on here on your phone, on our little on our channel on your phone, next to playlist is the community tab. So you guys are actually going to get a super special sneak peek because I'm a YouTube member. If I go to community, you will see like there's public posts, which are these guys that everyone gets to see. But if I keep scrolling, there's a members only YouTube video right there that was our blooper reel. And you'll see up here it says members only. If you're a member, you'll be able to see it right there and just click on the video and start watching. If you're not, it'll be like just like it doesn't exist for you. So the community tab is, as a YouTube member, your source for anything and all perks, because you just got to keep scrolling down and you'll see everything that we've given you as a perk. As an example, here's like an exclusive live stream we did. And then there's like a behind the scenes video of me doing the holiday gift guide. There's a free quilt pattern we gave YouTube members. And if you just keep scrolling, you can see all the benefits right there.
We got a super chat for $10 from Frida Yuck.
Woo-hoo!
Thank you.
Do you see the super piggy button?
Look, I get to hit Super Piggy.
Yes.
Super Piggy.
Woo! Oh, he's so cute.
And then Linda Gillespie, who's been a customer forever, says,
Love
Kimberly,
Linda.
put her on call.
Put her on call?
So you're on call.
I'm
I don't
on
know what that
call.
means, but there's Lily. And then Gina Tell would like to know why she cannot watch the members only videos on her iPad.
Okay, so that's one of the topics I wanted to cover today. So we're going to jump into that. So I've spoken with, we have like a partner manager with YouTube. She's like our person that we can go to with any issues we see with YouTube, particularly with channel memberships. We've given her a lot of feedback and contacted YouTube support just to make sure they're aware of this issue as well. But basically the answer I have is that iPhones and iPads are, because YouTube memberships are relatively new, they've been very finicky with things like that, particularly iPads. So at the moment on your iPad, you're not able to view the community tab. And that's just clear across the board for all iPads. Like not even like public posts go on there, not YouTube member posts go on there. It is a thing with the Apple device itself. So it's like YouTube is trying to work with Apple to get them to enable that, but Apple just has certain like tech restrictions that they're working with at the moment. So unfortunately, you're not able to view it on your YouTube app on your phone, but I have a workaround for you guys. And someone suggested this in the comments as well earlier. I forgot who you were, so I got this information from you. So basically what you do as a YouTube member, you get an email every time we post a perk, like the blooper reel. What you do is you go to that email and click on it, and it'll give you the option to either open it in the YouTube app or open it in the browser. If you select the browser, because if you're using something like Safari or Chrome on your iPhone, that's different from the YouTube app, and it'll treat it like a computer. So when you open it in your browser, you can view the community tab on your iPad. And that's a little workaround we've kind of come up with for you guys to do that. The other way you can also do it too is if you're in Safari and go to youtube.com and then log into your YouTube account there, that's where you have your channel membership. You can do the same thing where you go to our channel community tab and it's all going to show up there.
And someone is asking why why would you join, and why do some people have emojis?
Oh, okay. So joining, I kind of talked about this with Super Chats. Channel memberships are a way for us, again, not required, it's just a way for us to help fund all the video things we do, because video equipment can get very expensive. And we have like a few members on the video team now. Like when I started, it was just me. So we've been able to hire more people to help to do this. And that's what the channel membership price pays for us. Like, well, it doesn't pay for it. It's like it helps us.
But you don't have to feel
You don't
at
have
any
to do it.
time like you have to do it. It's just something that YouTube offered us.
Yes.
We offered it to you guys. We try to put some free stuff in there.
Yes, it's like Patreon.
But it's,
if
yes.
you've done Patreon. And also with that, all the perks we give you guys, it's nothing that we would like take away from giving out for free. Like we still do like our free patterns and our free videos. We just do a few like extra perks. As an example, like the blooper reel, like everyone's gonna get to see the blooper reel, but we just like gave them access early. Or like there's patterns on our website that are paid for everyone, but YouTube members get it free for a certain amount of time. Again, it's nothing that we would ever just like take away from doing what we normally do on YouTube.
Okay, so on this one, I'm going to answer it.
Okay.
Yvette Renee wants to know how you get Piggy to run across the screen in a video, and I'm going to say that's a Krabby Patty secret.
Oh, it's a little Krabby Patty secret, yes.
That's what I
It's a
pay Lily
video
to
Krabby
do.
Patty secret. Yes.
So-
I mean, I had to have a chat with Piggy, and then we
Yeah.
had to like get him to come in every time, and for him to go cartoony. It's a whole process. He goes through he goes through hair and makeup and everything.
YouTube charges me each month, but community tab says I need to join to see. So is there a problem on my end?
Oh, okay. So if that's happening, this is a very common question I get asked on YouTube and from customer service. The most likely problem I can see with that is for whatever reason you're probably on a different account than what you signed in on your YouTube. Let me show you guys on my phone real quick because that's also easier to show on there. If I go to my, and don't judge whatever comes up on my recommended. Oh, it's us, look, because I'm subscribed. If you go to your YouTube and then go to like the little bubble that has your like user icon, this is like my personal YouTube account right here. I have a few YouTube accounts just because I have a few Google accounts. Like I have one for like myself, and I have one for like business things, and then obviously I have like our Fat Quarter Shop ones on here. So sometimes if I'm logged into the wrong account, I won't be able to view our YouTube membership because that YouTube membership is attached to the account you signed up with it as. So as an example, I'm logged into my YouTube member account with this first account that's up here. So if I switch accounts to my different one, I won't be able to view our channel memberships because YouTube's seeing that as like, oh, you're a different person. So make sure, if you're not sure if you logged into the right account, I would double check the email that you signed up for YouTube memberships with, and then log out of whatever account you're in and re-log in with that email is my recommendation to you. If that doesn't work, feel free to comment on the video below after the live stream's over so we can help you out.
Is the membership fee one time or once a month?
So it's a monthly fee. This is a great segue into talking about the YouTube membership fees. So it's a monthly fee of $4.99 a month. Now, if you're on an Apple device, we notice this incongruency between Androids and Apples, where on Apple it says it's $6.99, but what we're charging through YouTube is $4.99. So that was very confusing to us because we were unaware that this was happening. So we contacted, again, our YouTube partner manager, went through YouTube support, asked a lot of people about this because at first they were like, that's very strange, that shouldn't be happening. And then they did a lot of research, and it turns out what is happening, the difference in price between the $4.99 and the $6.99 is if you're using an Apple device. So basically what Apple does on some of their apps is they charge an extra service fee. And that's from Apple. That's not something that we can control. It's not something that YouTube can control. And it's just Apple does this with some applications. And when we brought it up at work, one of our coworkers had an example of they did that with Spotify as well. So if you're using like the Spotify app through Apple, you might also be getting an extra fee. And that's just a different example of just like Apple has set up these fees for themselves, and it's just because you're using the Apple device to use their services and then also use ours. So the way that looks on our end, obviously you're welcome, I get there's a convenience to joining through your iPhone. But if you join through your iPhone, like say if you're on an iPhone right now and you're not a channel member and you hit join there and do it, it will charge you the $6.99. But if you're on an Android device or on a desktop or laptop, you will be charged the $4.99. So, which I think is really unfair to you guys, because on our end, the money that comes to us is as if we were charging $4.99 regardless, even if you're paying the $6.99, because those are like Apple's fees that are being charged there. Can you refresh the screen? I'm sorry, it turned off. So, well, this was very upsetting to me. So then what I went and did, I found a little bit of a workaround. And I can help you guys with the tech side of this. Again, feel free to leave a comment below if you need help doing this. But basically what we did, and we checked with YouTube that this would work, is if, let's say you're trying to view your membership on an iPhone, I recommend not signing up on the iPhone. Go to either a laptop or a desktop or a different phone that's an Android. Sign up on your YouTube account there. It will charge you the $4.99. But then when you go back and log in on your iPhone, you'll be able to get all the perks and not have to be paid the $6.99. So it's a little bit of a workaround that we've tested, and it works for everyone here who has a YouTube membership with an iPhone. And I'm just really sorry that you guys have to do that. That's just something that's a little bit out of our hands at the moment. And let me know if you have questions about that.
Yay! So we have a super chat from Mary Shintone. Yay!
Woo! Thank you, Mary.
Yay! Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and come back.
Okay. Oh, real quick.
Yes.
I want to just give a huge shout out to Linda B. She sent me the super sweet Christmas card, and I just wanted to let you know it completely made like everything. It was very special to me. It is on display at my house now, so I appreciate you so much. Thank you. And thanks to everyone who watches this.
Yay, Lily. Okay, so I can see when I was behind the camera, I saw a couple questions. They wanted to know where I got my white blouse. I got it through the Trunk Club, which is a monthly service. It is from Nordstrom. And some people are asking for my nail color, and it's Live Love Carnival by OPI. And what other questions are there?
Yes. Okay. Justine Woodward was asking, is Kimberly going to make more video tutorials or quilt sew-alongs like the Ultimate Beginner series, but with a different quilt?
We'll do another series. It won't be for a long while. That is really intense, and it takes away from all of our other free videos. So it just takes a long time to plan. So yeah, eventually we will, but not. It's not currently on the schedule. And I needed a little break. All that stuff is a lot of work, and I just need a little break. But yeah, we got to come up with an idea and all the things. But yes, just not right now.
Okay. Buzzing Bee says, how long is the normal estimated sew sampler boxes wait list?
I'm not sure right now. It's a month or two, maybe 3 months. It's never like said. It could open, it could close, it could open, it could close. I can't predict the future. That's one thing. I just can't predict the future, and there's a max on what we can order. And just know that I always care about my customers. I always want to do the right thing. I always want to do everything, but like I tell my kids, this is something I tell my kids all the time, I don't have a magic wand. I can't make everything perfect at all times. I can't be perfect. I can do my very best, and I do that every day. So my answer is, I don't exactly know.
Okay. Kathy Blacklock says, going back to something Kimberly mentioned, Festival of Quilts, where is it? I looked online, and all I find are references to the festival in the UK.
So there's a Festival of Quilts. It is Garden of Quilts is what it's called. So Google that. It is put on by Riley Blake in the fall. And I will be going back and doing one class with Lori. I don't in general teach, so I do it just to hang out with Lori, but I'm not going to do a class on my own just because I I'd rather focus my time on Fat Quarter Shop and what we do in the videos here, and everything I do takes hours and hours. So I'll be going back and doing that. It was the first year was last year. It was really fun. And I got to meet a lot of you. So I will be going back.
All right. Let me just add this.
Oh, and then
here.
somebody had asked about this and what was so special about it.
Oh, yeah.
It's just that it's just that Moda put it together and that it's pretty, and I really like it. So I wanted to show it last week, and it says Moda Fabrics, and it's just a quilty thing. It's not necessarily quilty. I just liked it. And then we got a lot of questions, and anytime we get a lot of questions, I want to answer them. And I'm fully well aware that I would not be capable of answering because I'm not a techie. So I was like, Lily, you want to do it? And she said yes. So it all worked out. But yeah, it's nothing. It's not, you don't have to have this. I just liked it, showed it. And then we got a lot of questions, and I wanted to make sure that I answered it and answered it correctly.
Mm-hmm. I will say it is really cool that it does both the plug-in charging and the wireless charging. I haven't found very many chargers that do that.
And it's light. It's not as heavy. I mean, we have a lot of these. A lot of ours are heavy. Well, actually, that means Kevin. Kevin has a lot of them that I borrow a lot.
All right. And then Cassie Jackson had said that Pantone is ink color swatches.
Yes. Okay. So Pantone, like when you go... when we're working on books and stuff, Pantone is like a color, so Lori can say, okay, I want this Pantone color here, so, and then Pantone must be the association in America that puts together the Pantone color of the year.
Okay. Denise is laughing back here because Teresa just said Lily and Kimberly are in the forefront, and we hear some about Denise, but who else needs to be in the credits?
Oh, yeah.
So
Ashley should be in the credits, and everyone who works on my team should be on the credits. These live streams take a lot of work. Denise does a lot of stuff. She's a behind-the-scene girl because that's what she wants to be. If she wanted to be on camera, I would definitely let her. She's shy and does not want to be on camera, but she does a lot of stuff. There would be no live stream without Denise. You can see that I did live streams a year ago, and I definitely didn't have as much of this. Denise and Ashley prepare everything, and then Lily and I go live and hope it goes well, and sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't, but we do our best every day. Everybody who works here does their very best.
Yes, I do want to say special thanks to Ashley. She's the other person who's helping with videos now. And then in the chat, it's actually Kate and Katie and Ashley answering. So they're the ones helping out with that side, so big thanks to them.
Kate, Katie, Ashley, everybody.
Yes, and Kate and Katie are different people.
Yes, it's confusing.
Okay. Mendy Lynn Brittain says, will y'all be at QuiltCon in February?
So we're going to go, and we're going to have, thanks to Kate and Jocelyn, we're going to have some free little enamel pins that we're going to give away. My team will be there a lot. I will be there a little bit. The week of or the week before, I'll figure out my schedule and figure out when I'll be there, where we can meet, where I'll be giving them away free. There's going to be a limited number of enamel pins that we're going to give away that Kate and Jocelyn worked on. But I won't be teaching. I won't be in a booth. I will just be walking around. I might have my kids. I might not. We'll see. I don't know what is planned that weekend. But I will say that if my kids have dance or basketball, I will be at my kids' stuff. I'm super serious about like my kids and their sports, and so I will not know their schedule until that week. So it's just going to be like we're going to just like work around it.
And then Barbara Jean Myers was like, "Who's the guy?" Also, special thanks to Skylar.
Oh.
He also helps on the live streams a lot.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Skylar.
Yes, I'm sorry, Skylar. You are at the forefront as well. I think we're thinking behind the scenes, and we're like, well, Skylar's on camera.
Yes. Okay, yeah. So Skylar works in customer service. He has worked for us for a long time. He's getting married next year. He used to work pulling bolts. And now what he does, he works in customer service. And if there's like any issue with an order, he does a lot of going back and forth, and super nice, gets along with everybody in customer service. And he's just like super nice.
And then we had a few more questions about the YouTube thing. So Karen Hirsch was asking, I'm charged $5.40. Is that $4.99 plus tax? Yes, it is. If you're getting charged like $5 something, that's tax taken depending on what state you're in, or what country you're in even. And then Delmarie Snodgrass was asking, should we cancel the YouTube account and then re-sign up if you're paying the $6.99?
I mean, that's totally up to you. Like, if you're on a budget, sure. If you're not on a budget, don't. Like, I wouldn't do that because I'm so not tech savvy, I would screw it up. But it's totally, I mean, It's totally what you are. If you can do it, for sure.
Yeah.
But like I can't even figure out how to do it. Like I wanted to be a member of someone's YouTube, and Lily did it for me because I couldn't figure it out.
But yes, if you would like to be paying the $4.99, then it would work if you canceled
please
and then
come
re-signed
back.
up. Yes, please come back. We love having you guys.
It's silly to say, yeah, leave.
And then funny comment from Kathy Blacklock. If things went well all the time, no more blooper reels. Keep it up. She's right. We wouldn't have a blooper reel.
I know. Yes. Blooper reel. That's so funny.
And then Aileen Jackson said, watching your show, it's 3:35 a.m. in Australia. That's
in the
crazy.
morning? Oh my
in the
gosh.
Morning.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
Thank you for watching.
Oh my gosh. I hope the fires are not affecting you.
Yeah. Praying for everyone who's in that situation. And then Teresa was asking, and Skylar is going to learn to quilt, right?
He said he was, and then he backed out. So on the film one day, he said he was, and now he's like, when we asked him, he kind of gave me a look like...
He keeps putting it off. He's like, no, not yet.
I don't think he will. I would say no.
All right. And we had a few new YouTube members join in the span of time we've been talking. So welcome, Justine Woodward. And welcome to Bonnie S.
Thank you.
And another welcome to Anne-Marie Makowski. Thank you so much. Okay, and then we also had a super chat for $4.99 from Gloria Martin. She says, Lily, I really enjoyed your tech talk. Before today, I didn't know how to do a super chat. We should do this once in a while. Thanks for your help.
Yes, we should, and we should call it Tech Talk. It's like TED Talk, but Tech Talk with Lily.
Tech Talk with Lily.
Tech Talk.
Excellent.
It's like TikTok, but Tech Talk.
TikTok. That's hilarious.
Sorry, if you don't know what TikTok is, it's a little thing that kids use, and one of my sons was like, Emma should not be on TikTok. I was like, yeah, I know, I'm probably a bad mother, but it's fine.
It's like Vine, and if anyone was familiar with Vine
It's
back
video.
in the day.
She's like always videoing herself, and I'm like, oh, stop. She's like in the restaurant dancing. I'm like, stop dancing. Because she's practicing for her TikTok. I mean, she's not in the restaurant filming, but she's like doing her, she's like all about, and Kevin and I are like, put your hands in your lap and act like a normal person. Do not
Okay. And then
go watch a TikTok, you know what I mean?
I think I missed another YouTube member here, Tina Hollenbeck. Welcome, Tina. And then we did have another super chat from Mary Chantone for $10.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mary.
Yay! So, guys, join me next Wednesday with Tula Pink. It's going to be all about Tula Pink. It's going to be like some of her quilts. She'll talk a little bit about what she's filming with us. She's going to show her very next fabric collection, which is homemade or handmade. And then she's going to also show her collection after that. It's going to be a great time to send in your questions now. So that we kind of have a feel for what people are looking for, that they want to know about her. And it's going to be a ton of fun. So I can't wait to see you next Wednesday. And guys, have a great weekend.
Ooh, bye, guys.